Whoa. We just warped into the ether here. What happened? What are you doing? Are you messing with my microphone? I'm just messing with you. How you doing? Welcome,
Chris. Into it.
Oh, you're fine. You can breathe into it. You're allowed to breathe on this stream, actually. We actually upgraded our Twitch account, so now breathing is actually a perk we get.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Before we had to hold our breath for like an hour and a half. We were pretty good at it. So welcome to Courtesy Flush. This is just something we're kind of doing off. We're like off the books. Can we call that off the books?
Well, Michael isn't here, so
yeah,
he's not to know any better.
That's right. We're doing something different. We're going to do Adventure Thursday. And Adventure Thursday is kind of just a thing I made up because it turns out that not all of my friends like adventure games. With the exception
He's weird.
Yeah, with the exception of Nick. So I was like, all right, well, I want to play these adventure games, damn it. And so, so I decided, let's do a Thursday stream. Because I'm not tired. I want to go to sleep after a long day of work. I'm kidding. I actually...
Sleep? What's that?
I know. It's actually Thursday. The reason why I picked Thursday is closer to Friday, which is fine by me. And there's something else about Friday, too. That's going to be, I think, July 27th. I haven't told Michael this, but there's actually a wrestling event coming to town.
Oh, okay.
It's independent wrestling. So I was thinking we might do like a early D&D stream. It's like 3 o'clock or something, because the event's at 7:30, which is the time we stream.
I
Maybe 4.
know my Fridays are open.
Okay, I'll see what Jermaine's up to. But yeah, that would be cool because I want to go see this event. I've never been to a live wrestling event, so that'd be cool. And you're welcome to come with us. But with that out of the way, we're gonna be playing Tex Murphy. The first interactive movie version of Tex Murphy, which is Under a Killing Moon.
Not the arcade first-person shooter Tex Murphy.
It's like a side-scroller. It was a side-scroller. So you had Mean Streets, and then you had Martian Memorandum, which I think was more of an adventure point-and-click. But I never played those two, so I don't really know. I'll be honest, I don't really care. Actually, it's because Overseer, which is the third one, is actually kind of like Martian Memorandum redone. So it's like we'll be playing it anyway.
Yeah, apparently that and whatever... What's the new one coming out? It's like a redo of Overseer, which is a redo of the first one, and it's like...
I don't remember. I know what you're talking about, but yeah, there's another one coming out at the end of the year. Chris has been very busy with his character, so...
Yeah.
It'll be really cool to see that back again. So let's go ahead and Where is the what's the button? Oh, here's the button here. It's this thing. Hello, computer. Do you know what movie that's from, Nick?
I feel like I should, but I don't.
Well, Star Trek.
Okay.
It's the one that I like. The one where they're in California, where they went to San Diego, or I think it was San Francisco. And back in the 80s, they went back in time.
Never saw it.
You'd like it a lot. Anyway, let's pop over here. I'm gonna quiet down. That was Monster in My Pocket by Hiroshi Takayasu and Kozo Nakamura. I completely butchered those, so I apologize. Not really. All right. So we're gonna hit a new game. I'm gonna call this one Nick. There we go.
So
I feel so important.
Again, have they?
Yeah.
I thought we'd taken care of it.
The forces of evil are persistent, sir.
I'm getting too old for this. Who have we got lined up to deal
Is
with this
that
problem?
Darth Vader?
Murphy, sir.
Oh no, not Murphy.
I'm afraid so, sir.
What about Spade or Marlowe?
Dead, sir.
Isn't there anyone else?
Sorry, sir. He's next on the list.
Well, I suppose we'll have to make do. Knowing Murphy, he's going to need help. A lot of help.
The Earth is rotating quite quick.
I'll check the
or those
archives and get
clouds
back
are
to you,
really crazy.
Possibly both.
News of the day. As the Second World War enters its final days, Allied forces are on the march. The troops of the Western Alliance are occupied with the dangerous duty of ferreting out the remaining pockets of Nazi resistance.
Not
The
Nazis.
storming of Berlin has crushed
Oh,
the
of
heart
course.
German opposition and sent remnants of the Fuhrer's troops scurrying into the dark reaches of the Black Forest.
I gotta see how this couch is gonna fit.
The Germans
feel
are
like
vowed
we're-
to fight to the last man in their quest for world domination. But their days are numbered, with Adolf Hitler dead and the once dreaded SS disbanded. The Allies have exposed the workings of the Nazi war machine and found it festering with ancient blood cults, whose rituals and ceremonies are too astonishing and barbaric to detail. Allied forces will not rest until the last cult member has been revealed and captured.
And now the ominous part.
No pestilence has ever been so fatal or so hideous. Blood was its avatar and its seal, the redness and horror of blood.
They said blood. I'm scared now. I don't like blood. That's why I'm not a doctor. I could have been a doctor, you know that? Like I scored really high on the you can be a doctor's test by Play School. Did you ever get one of those? Had like the cool like little pink syringe thing. You're like, oh yeah, vaccinated now. You probably don't have that anymore in the newer versions of it. Look at these graphics, Nick.
Yeah, it's just so stunning, so utterly lifelike. I don't know how we could possibly pass this.
I wonder if they filmed this in '92, because the game came out in '94. I think I'm going to assume because I always put like at least 2 years on a game. So I wonder if they filmed this in '92, because there's a lot. Like, be prepared for it. We're going back in time to the future. Because it's supposed to be in the future.
Good old retro futurism.
A little bit, yeah. There's a lot of people here that I've never. I know James Earl Jones.
Yeah, I don't think Tex Murphy would survive if he met Darth Vader.
No.
Like,
he'd find his lack of faith quite disturbing.
I don't think necessarily quite lack of faith, but, you know, Vader has, I think, killed at least 2 admirals who were, like, that Vader deemed incompetent.
In the moonlight, New San Francisco sparkles like a chunk of cubic zirconium, an island of hollow beauty surrounded by a red sea of radiation. 5 million souls drowning in gamma rays. Some lucky people have a natural immunity to genetic mutation caused by the radiation. I'm one of them. Most of them live in the new city, but I don't. I live among the unlucky souls, the mutants and the destitute, and the wreckage of old San Francisco.
I mean, they rendered
My
that
name's
the best
Tex
they
Murphy.
could.
I'm a private detective. Or at least I used to be.
Looks
Since
nice
my marriage hit the rocks, I haven't done much of anything. I went out tonight for the first time in a week, but all I ended up doing was spending the last of my money on a bottle of cheap bourbon. Now it's past midnight, and I'm staring out of the window of my office on the second floor of the Ritz Hotel. Just like me, the Ritz used to be something. Now it's just another grimy building in a rundown part of town. And I'm almost out of bourbon.
My God, Murphy, you look like hell.
It's like Frozen.
Really hit bottom, didn't you?
Well, if he doesn't move, you don't have to animate him.
Huh. It's a...
Oh, I usually don't look this bad. I forgot to take my Geritol this morning. So, you want a drink? I saved my first one to have with you.
No, thanks. I've been dry for 8 years now.
Let's make ourselves
Yeah,
smaller.
one morning I just looked in the mirror and decided I needed to make a few lifestyle changes. Quit smoking, quit drinking. Now I'm getting out of the business. Yep, I'm gonna move to the tropics and retire in a nice secluded island with a tribe of beautiful young women.
You're getting out of the business. I guess that means the end of the world must be around the corner because you are the detective. I can't imagine you doing anything else, especially not running around an island with a bunch of nubile women in a loincloth.
No, I can imagine it. I've been thinking about it for years now. Yeah. You know how it is. Lonely. Underappreciated. Dangerous. I haven't had a decent night's sleep in 38 years. I tell you, I'm working on a case right now, and that's going to be my last one.
It's only 2 weeks away from
How
retirement.
about me? How about you, Tex?
Pretty much.
How's life treating you? Bad as it looks?
Do we have a death timer?
Well, it depends.
No.
What day is it anyway today? Saturday? Well, Saturdays aren't too bad. It's normally Thursday by the time I get really suicidal. So what is it you wanted? Just come by to sprinkle a little salt into the open wounds of my pathetic life?
No.
What are you, like,
no,
13?
You got me all wrong. Yeah, just because you.
He is
turned
quite
me in
young.
and got me suspended and humiliated me in front of my peers. You sold me out. But that's all gonna pass. See, I quit hating you for that weeks ago. Like I said, I'll be leaving soon, and I didn't want to go with any loose ends dangling there and bother me in my golden years.
Hey, don't worry about me. When you tossed me out of the agency, it was the best thing that ever happened. Digging through dumpsters and sleeping in abandoned speeders, you helped me learn a great lesson. Because no matter how bad things are, they can always get worse.
So what happened to you? I heard you were doing pretty well there for a while. Did a hell of a job on that Martian memorandum case. What's your problem? You one of those people who can't live with success? Huh?
Well, I can live with it. I'm just afraid of commitment.
It's like a super wide shot
You
for
tell
some
me
reason.
something. Why wouldn't you talk to me 15
don't
years
understand
ago? I was
either,
a
but yeah.
stupid kid back then. Could have tried to understand why I told the ethics board what I did. I mean, I understand now that I was out of line and I made a mistake, but why'd you cut me off like that?
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them. They're a precious commodity to people like me and you. Now listen, before I go, I came here with a warning. I heard your name mentioned in connection with a case that I'm working on, and you stay out of it. If you don't, somebody's gonna find you floating in the bay with a hole in your head. I don't need any more strain on my conscience.
You know, frankly, I'm pretty insulted. Because I'm a pretty damn good detective, and I can take care of myself, thank you.
Let's remember what I said, Tex.
His cigarettes just
Got
like
no
turned into...
idea what kind of people we're
Confetti
dealing
or
with.
something?
Yeah.
I don't understand either.
Just keep out of my way. I'll send you a postcard.
very fat. Love it.
So last night, after 15 years, the Colonel walks into my office. It made me take a good hard look at myself. Maybe I have hit bottom, and maybe I do look like hell. Lord knows the only exercise I've had lately is tipping the bottle and flipping cards into my hat. I gotta find some work. Contrary to what the Colonel might think, I'm as good a detective as he ever was. Now I just gotta prove it. I'm gonna scare up a job today, even if it means finding somebody's lost puppy.
This perspective was weird because it looked like all the stuff in the background was like massive. So here's the fun of this game. Ugh. Like, this is my controls. I move with my mouse, and look how fast I go. And then I hit spacebar, and is it down? Yeah, get the down arrows.
CrimeLink Computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files.
So keep that in mind. Look at this nice CRT in the future.
Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful CRTs.
So you put in his information, and then you can find a suspect. Because apparently the police were like, yeah, you know what, Tex? We'll let you have access to our... I'm going to turn this down a little bit. I'm turning our headphones down a little bit. The monitors are a little high. They're like, yeah, you know what, Tex? You could totally have access to this.
This piece of art is called Two Whales on a Bender.
What?
This one really isn't art, it's a placemat from Taco Bob's.
I guess you had to cover up that crack in the wall.
Bang up job there.
I spent weeks earning this baby. Best 20 bucks I ever spent.
And I'm gonna start searching myself here. Hey, no, that's not gonna work. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Whatever. I'm sitting here trying to mess with the couch. There's no good placing for it. Alright. This music is really going for it, isn't it?
Oh, great. Another incoming message that won't print out. If I don't get a new fax machine, I'll be out of business.
So we need to go steal a fax machine from Rooks. Is it Rook the...
Rook the Pano, yeah.
Oh, no, who's the electronics shop?
Oh, that's next door.
Most of these desks...
And I forgot. Okay, so...
As usual, it's a mess.
See, this is what I really don't like. See, like, you open this up and you're like, oh, I can't really see anything. I have to have fucking hawk vision to pick up this pen. You really do. Oh, and then there's this.
Ah, Sylvia, my ex-wife. Whenever I think things can't get any worse, I think about her and how she totally screwed up my life. She's a woman who loves a man, any time. I'll never forget the day I came home early and caught her with the upholstery man.
Oh, there you are. I just got done with the chair. I'll be sending the bill to your husband.
Oh, Rudy. Let's not think about my husband right now. I was watching you upholster and you're so big and strong.
Do you really think so?
Well, yes. God, I've only known you for 10 minutes and I feel like I've known you forever. Oh, yes, look. And look at this muscle. Oh. The way you hold me, Tex never held me like this. Oh, kiss me, Rudy, and set my lips on fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, Tex, honey. I wasn't expecting you home so soon.
And they just stopped his video.
Oh, duh. Obviously. Now I know why the Roto-Rooter man keeps calling and asking whether we need our plumbing checked. Well, I gotta admit, those chairs look pretty good.
Thanks. Listen, how about I don't charge you on the labor and we call it even?
Fair enough. But from here on out, Rudy, customer servicing doesn't include my wife.
See, honey? I saved you some money again. Aren't you happy?
I married her for better or worse. Unfortunately, it never got any better.
Sick burn there, Tex. On yourself. Oh, man. Oh, and of course, the credenza.
The dusty credenza I've got serves only one purpose, and that's to keep the dust off the floor.
He makes a joke about credenzas in like every game.
My gun. I love it so much!
Alright.
That's a little...
Old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning.
Oh, hey, I remember this.
What's some of this sound? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you! Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh, my hell. No matter how bad things got, I always had my gun. Now I've lost that too. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those days.
Oh, well.
This pure mountain spring water is indispensable, literally. I'm out of paper cups.
Hey.
Look at that.
This cabinet is where my old successes go to die. Nothing here but nostalgia. This cabinet...
You know what's funny is when I was little and I'd watch my aunt, my grandmother play this game. It was new when they got it, and I was really like, how old was I?
I would have been 4. I don't know about you.
So, yeah, because you were born 90.
Yeah. It makes counting age like
I
so
know.
much easier.
I know, isn't it amazing?
And the 2000 kids, it's just like, yeah, what the heck?
I think I was
you know?
6 or 7. Because I think we played it in like 95. But yeah, they were like playing it. I would get up here and try to play it, and I would just do this. Just zooming around, and I'm like, look what I could do. Look at this. And they're like, that's nice. You're not helping. But also there were some games where they were like, oh no, you can't look at this game. And then I play it later and I'm like, yeah, because it's fucking terrible. It was horrible. Some of the... See, look at this.
One last $10 stamp waits patiently to be licked and mailed.
$10 stamp. A big building somewhere on Earth. Well, I mean, that is very accurate.
Toxic Taste is a novel by Lou G. Trundle, the only mutant popular enough to make the New York Times bestseller list. My phone had worked perfectly if it hadn't been disconnected. World War IV. A dark and reactionary vision of the coming century by Rush Limbaugh III.
Wow.
I love my comfy chair. I just wish it wouldn't be so easy to tip over whenever I got drunk.
Oh, that's...
I was going to say, you keep... I don't know, is that brightness you keep messing with or what? But
yeah, it's brightness. I'm trying to find the button that like sets me back to level, but...
Great-great-grandpa Murphy made it through the Depression by teaching cha-cha lessons to rich older women. He made thousands before the authorities found out he had no formal training. The office was actually a dance studio before I moved in, and Latin dancing is a Murphy family tradition.
No. Oh, and then...
Ah, the closet door.
That's his bedroom.
All I've ever needed was a soft felt fedora, a well-tailored overcoat, and a comfy pair of sneakers. Some people know what they like, and they stay with it.
Yeah, that's a lot of white sneakers. There was something about the white sneakers in the 90s. Everybody liked them. Everybody.
No comment?
Oh boy, male.
Yeah, it's true. You do have some pretty white sneakers, but they look fresh. This is a gift certificate, entitles the holder to 1 free cosmetic job, nose, boob, etc., courtesy of the Real You Surgical Clinic. 30 minutes to a better you. That's a little fast for cosmetic surgery. Grand reopening sale tomorrow at 9 a.m. The electronics shop will open its... Oh, so it's not even open yet.
Oh, hey, fax machines.
Yeah.
Wait, go...
What's that?
Some of the textures, like objects in here, are weird. Like the most notable with the water dispenser. But it has like only the one face, and it just is rotating too.
It rotates to your what you're looking at.
Well, since the building inspector has only one eye and no depth perception, the hotel manager painted fire extinguishers in all the apartments. It saved him a bundle. That hutch holds a life's worth of knickknacks, paddywhacks, and the world's largest piece of elbow macaroni.
Because you gotta have that in your office. What do I have in my inventory, actually? Oh, credit card application.
A pre-approved electronic shop credit card application addressed to the previous occupant. Just needs to be signed, stamped, and mailed.
Oh, cool. Let's commit credit fraud. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah, sign that. Yep, filled it out.
Now all this baby needs is a stamp.
I do believe we have one of those.
Yes, we do. So the first thing you do in this game is commit credit fraud. I mean, how else are you going to get a fax machine in the future? Of course you have to. I like how the music was like...
Man's gotta live.
I like how the music's like, all right, you guys have been in this office long enough. We're done.
True, I didn't notice
The air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks. It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast. That hits the spot.
All right.
Don't do that, kid. Smoking is bad.
Yes, children who watch the courtesy flush.
Chelsea runs a first-rate newsstand.
All right, someone really went crazy on their Casio.
It's all locked up. The only way I'm going to get inside is by using my innate cleverness or ingenuity, or maybe a key. Rusty the Clown's novelty shop. Closed down a few months ago after Rusty mysteriously disappeared. The police suspect foul play, but I think he probably just choked to death on his own bad jokes.
Wow, that's a little insensitive, Tex.
This is the brand new electronic shop outlet. No pun intended. I won't be able to get inside the electronic shop until I get a membership.
Electric outlet.
Oh, that's a stretch. Maybe I'm like, wait, what?
I don't think it was a particularly good pun, but
came from the Barney the Dinosaur Museum. No one was too upset when it became one of the first structures to get blasted in the war. Everyone refers to this stuff as Barney rubble.
That one was more noticeable.
That one hurt.
And I don't know if
like I felt
better or worse, but
I got hurt on that one. Let's put this in the mailbox.
The Postal Service has gotten much faster since the stamp price went to $10. I should get my credit card back tomorrow morning. Francesca Lucido makes the spiciest pizza in the city. The only thing spicier than her cooking is her imagination. And right now she seems to have a thing for me.
I wonder why, like, people when they would do like voiceovers in the head, they put like in this big giant empty space, like reverb, so it sounds like they're in this chamber.
Well, that makes a little bit of sense for Tex because, you know.
All right. All right, let's go visit Rook.
Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. He's a crusty old World War III vet with a face like a raisin and a tongue like a butcher's cleaver.
What do you want, Murphy?
Fine. How you doing, Rook?
I'm not in the mood for small talk.
Well then, by all means, let's discuss a serious topic.
Breaking, entering, and robbery serious enough for you, Murphy? Last night, someone broke into my pawn shop. I don't usually have anything of great value, but yesterday, I gave out a fair amount of cash for an extremely valuable diamond bracelet.
My deductive powers tell me the bracelet's no longer on the premises.
Brilliant work, Murphy.
I don't know if that was just loading or
that was like him like, yeah, no, you're right.
Sorry, Rook. I guess I shouldn't be joking.
I guess you shouldn't. Anyway, the bracelet was pawned by a young girl named Emma Nimpton. She said she hated to hawk a family heirloom, but had no choice.
Sorry, that was
She said
that
she
was
would
good.
reclaim the bracelet in a month. Well, since the bracelet was worth 10 times the 8,000 I loaned her, it was a good deal for me.
I don't know.
Did you get any other information from this Emma Nimpton?
She left a phone number. I called her this morning, but the line is disconnected.
Dun 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 dun.
So do you have any leads on recovering the bracelet?
No, the police are a waste of time, and I can't afford to hire a decent PI.
Ow. Offended, but looking for work.
I guess this means you don't consider me good enough to help track down the bracelet?
I'd appreciate your help. I'm not a rich man, but if you find the bracelet, I'll owe you a few favors, which could come in handy. Come back here and I'll show you where they broke in.
Rook takes me out back and shows me where the burglar broke in. The back window is busted out and the latch is ripped. It's a sloppy job. As I start my investigation, I'm looking for information to enter into my CrimeLink computer back at the office. One thing's for sure, Emma Nimpton won't be one of the suspects' names. Every PI worth his salt knows that's not my name spelled backwards.
All right, then. Big old chocolatey footprint.
Looks like a shoe print is outlined in that sticky pool of something resembling chocolate. Footprint's about a size 14.
This is where you would be taking your notes.
An empty bottle of evanescent spring water.
You don't have to.
For those with a higher class of thirst. Like Rook always says, you can cut corners here and there, but there's nothing like a quality garbage can.
Sorry, I had to reload that. Let's move the garbage can and look at that.
Looks like a key of some kind.
Dun 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 dun.
The empty bottles of chocolate syrup lying all around this alley all look like they've been licked clean. Like Rook. Shard of glass must have come from that broken window. Now we're starting to get somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Wait, why is the glass on the outside?
Because it's sloppy. Probably punched it and it came out. I don't know.
Looks like whoever broke into Rook's window left one of his hairs behind. Apparently our burglar is a Carrot Top.
Alright, should be easy to find. Who do we know has red hair? Size 14 shoe. It's a pretty big foot.
Am I supposed to remember somebody from the last game?
No.
Okay.
What does that sound like though? It sounds...
Oh! Now that you mentioned
Empty
that,
bottles of chocolate
I think I see where you're going.
Yeah.
It's one of those basketballs they used to give away at Weenie World.
Okay.
Oh, hey, I recognize this too.
10 seconds left. Down by 1. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360. He's foul.
Ow. Guess he's never going to be in the big leagues with that.
Not with that depth perception.
Baby rum wrapper looks like it was left recently. Yep, still warm.
Baby rum? That's like a hot shot. What has it got? Fucking rum in it? I mean, I'm not surprised. There are candies like that, I guess. Also.
Well, that steep staircase looked really hard to climb.
More broken windows.
It feels like somebody's watching. Someone really weird. Hey, this door's just painted on. Hey.
He's really upset about that. It's like, this is painted. How dare you? Oh, look at this thing, man.
Whoa. This antique boombox worked. I bet it'd only play the Bee Gees. This old relic probably hasn't worked in years. Hey, there are batteries in here.
All right. That was it. He didn't need the radio. Just the old school C batteries.
I wonder if these still work. Tingly tongue. Still got juice.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never tried licking batteries, to be fair. But I thought that only worked with the 9 volts because both contacts were on the same side.
Yeah, true.
Oh, man. This dumpster smells like 20-year-old mayonnaise, and I ought to know. Well, I'll be darned. Except for the filth and stench, the interior isn't much different than the average studio apartment. In fact, it's nicely furnished. Someone's been living here, and I wonder if he saw anything.
There you go. We'll leave that going there. I don't think there's anything else. All right, let's go back out.
Oh, I would love to see my ex-mother-in-law squeeze through there.
Man, he's got all the jokes. So let's go say hi to Chelsea since she's been sitting here. Look at it, she's like watching us.
The infamous Chelsea.
The infamous Chelsea.
Chelsea's a hot little number. I hear she's a mutant, but it doesn't show. The only weird thing about her is she won't go out with me.
Wasn't he just married?
Chelsea Bando's the kind that could hold her own with anyone, but she has a way of turning my knees to jelly. She's a mutant just like everyone else in this part of town, but she's a real beauty.
Well, hello, stranger.
Chelsea, you're breaking my heart.
Why? Because I've got a steady job?
Ooh.
No, it's just you're so beautiful it makes me ache. Let me buy you a drink and I'll tell you where it hurts.
Damn.
Gee, Tex, you know, that kind of talk could get you into trouble. But I don't drink with customers.
I'd be happy to throw in a chili dog with that drink.
Well, an offer like that, oh, that's hard to refuse. But no thanks. So, is there something I can do for you?
Let's ask about everybody.
Rook acts like a tough guy, but he's a softie. Just don't tell him that to his face.
You remember this in the other game we were playing? Just the dead stare at the camera.
Oh, you know me, Tex. I'm just making ends meet.
Very 90s looking clothes going on here.
I love Louis, but his friendliness doesn't fool me. He's a sharp one. He knows everything that's going on in this neighborhood.
I wonder if the costuming was intentional, or they were like, yeah, do you just have like something that just looks nice? You know, it's 93 or 92, and they're like, yeah, I got a couple things. Because she stands out from everything else.
Either she or Sal is going to do time for killing the other one. I have never seen a couple fight like they do. Sal's a handful. He's a nice guy, but I don't know, I feel kind of naked when he gives me the eye.
Ugh. Ugh. Ew. That's gross. Ugh.
Luckily, Ardo seems to like me. I mean, if I were on his bad side, I'd be tempted to relocate. He could crush a Subaru with one hand.
It's a big guy.
Wish I could help you there, Tex. I remember Rusty. He had a kid show on TV when I was young. I hated the show. That clown makeup always scared me. Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, you know, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. You know, I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm.
There you go. And that's it. No goodbye. Just thank you for information. Goodbye. Not even a goodbye. Just see ya.
Not even a see ya. Just walk away. And you wonder why she doesn't want to go on a date with him.
I know, he's so charming when he just like fucking glides down the street like he's a fucking what do you call it, Dementor from Harry Potter. Just
Ruin Stew is run by Louis Lament, a bloated mutant with a heart bigger than his waistline. Everyone comes to Louis' cafe. So does all the street talk. If something's going on, Louis knows about it.
What can I do for you, Mike?
Headspace much? Look how much headroom is up there. It's like half the frame. Wait, we could like fit ourselves up there. Look at this over here. It's like right, that's a lot of headspace. What's up with the framing?
I don't know. I mean, I could see maybe trying to, but
what?
Like you could chop off like the upper, like maybe 25% of that like big menu in the middle, and I feel like the picture would look fine. You don't need to see the whole clock. No. You certainly don't need to see the ceiling.
That's a lot. I mean, I feel like if they just brought it, just bring the, because if it's only half of his body, they could have, maybe they didn't render the thing and they just made a background. They're like, oh, we didn't have time to make a desk. I don't know the story behind all that. It just seems like kind of crazy. Let's see here.
Nothing for me, Louis. I just dropped by to chat.
Okay.
There we go.
What's on your mind?
Well, Louis, you're the grapevine around here. Anything interesting going on?
Well,
this is a nice
I've been
frame.
hearing a lot about this crusade for genetic purity movement. It's got a lot of tension stirred up between mutants and norms. Mutants have been protesting downtown, and there's been some violence.
All right.
We've gone down this road before. It's called eugenics, and it leads to Nazis, and it's generally considered a bad idea.
Yeah, pretty much.
Rook's an ornery old cuss, but me and him are old buddies. We fought in the big war together. He's one person you can trust in these troubled times.
I like how there's like something off camera that he was looking at, and then he got to the end. He's good. He's a good actor. It's just so like.
Chelsea.
Look at the eye line.
Tough, but she has to be with all the scum around.
Wow.
And she's as smart as she is pretty. She knows a lot of what goes on in the shadows of this city.
There we go.
Yeah, things are a little slow, but I'm getting by. Having to lay off some of my kitchen help hurt my pride more than anything. Granny's a fireball. She and Sal opened a pizza place 7 to 8 years ago, and they've been fighting ever since.
Oh.
Sal's a big guy with an appetite for food, wine, and women. He comes by here most every day for lunch.
Wow.
Owns the pizza shop, but comes there.
Again. Usually orders a couple of steaks and a chocolate milk. His temper's as short as he is tall. And he's only got one oar in the water. A bad combination.
This is a big guy.
Sorry, Mife. Can't help you there. He was a strange one. He had a show on TV for a while. Got pretty popular. Then he quit the show and went into business. He opened up a shop right up the street from here. I guess he wasn't a very good businessman. The shop went out of business within a couple of months.
I think the TV is
Then Rusty just
you didn't mute the TV.
Disappeared. I heard he'd made some enemies in the novelty trade. Rook told me about the bracelet, but I don't know anything more about it. Rook's been robbed before, but he's never had anything really valuable taken. This is gonna set Rook back for a while. Too bad the cops have turned a blind eye.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Louis. Let's see here.
You want to try breaking and entering?
Where?
Well, we have a key.
Right. Well, let's examine that key. Key.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Nope.
Well, it was a thought.
And then, of course, the Snow White warehouse.
The Acme warehouse is the former Snow White dry cleaning building. Nobody's used this place in a while.
Yeah. Yep.
So, do we have to watch out for coyotes and roadrunners?
Pretty much. Was that me or was that a speeder? Okay. Never mind. Let's see. Let's go to our guide here. What do we got to do? What haven't we done yet?
Oh, hey, Biddy.
Good to see you, Biddy. Oh, I see. I didn't even see it on the ground there.
Well, this is a section of the Bay City Mirror. It's a weekly newsletter that covers local goings-on written by mutants for mutants. I'd subscribe if they had a comics page.
It's alright, you'll get the Mike and Ike Hammer comics. Burglars baffle police. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna look through some stuff. What's this thing say? Is this like the developers? They just put like with something on them. Ludi Trundle. Old Jim's Bait Shop. Wait, what's that say? An old coffee can of your choice. Body found in the bay. Need cash. Oregon Trail Clinic. Yeah, I don't know about that. Poet's Corner. Haiku to a taco. Soft shell taco mine. What meat are thou concealing? Who cares? It's tasty. Very true. That's what I feel with tacos. Grateful Dead tour. Dang. They're still playing in 2034, or what is it? 2033.
Well, it said something about the third iteration, so possibly we've got the original band finally has died, but
okay, so we got the crouching and the raising. Okay, all right then. What are you doing? Come on, open the door. There we go. Now we can go there.
Yeah. I continue to be just blown away by the realism in these graphics.
I haven't seen Mac Malden since the Martian Memorandum case. I remember him as a surly, incompetent, fat-nosed cop. As I step into his office, I can see he's changed. His nose is even bigger.
Ooh.
Well, if it isn't Tex Murphy. I figured you'd be dead by now.
I could say the same about you. When's the last time you had your cholesterol checked?
Still the wise guy, eh, Murphy? It was great to see you. Now get lost!
I feel like he's trying to do some sort of voice, or whoever acted this is trying to do some sort of voice, but I don't know what.
Remember the Martian Memorandum case? Hey, we made a swell team.
Yeah, those were the days. I don't get cases like that anymore. Things are harder now. The mayor's office is all over me again. You heard about the string of pawn shop robberies? We have no suspects, and I'm catching the heat for it.
So you and your crack team of detectives have no leads?
Of course we have leads, you pots. We know he's a Norm, Caucasian, and has AB negative blood. That narrows down our list of suspects to about 1 million. Now get out of my hair. I got work to do.
So we just tricked him into giving us information, basically.
Nice.
All right.
Although I feel like AB negative is a fairly...
I think it's a common.
Odd.
You think?
I thought it was an odd blood. I mean, I'm sure it's not like minuscule, but like...
Those graphics are like freaking out. All right, so underneath the placemat.
Looks like a welcome mat, but when it's on the doorstep of a novelty shop, you can never be too careful. Whoa, a key.
See, look how easy it is to you think like, oh man, I want to click on this beige thing on top of this beige thing. That'll work. Honestly, I have no idea how anybody figured this out.
Rusty the Clown's not.
And now we can go inside.
AB negative, 1%.
Wow, it's pretty rare. That's fucking terrifying.
Rusty, the clown from hell. No wonder this place went under. Probably scared off all his business.
Yeah, I'd say so.
This was the building where the Morlock hunters were in Tesla Effect, wasn't it?
Nozzle.
Yeah.
Probably
Okay.
a helium dispenser used for filling balloons.
Nope.
Either that or this is a death chamber.
Yeah.
Whoa, this wig would even make someone like me look glamorous. This wig must be quite popular with shy people. A mask of the king? That's blasphemy!
I'm guessing that's Elvis, yeah.
This wig probably sells well during the Bay Area Yodeling Festival.
Oh, wow, these are horrifying.
Looks like my 4th grade teacher. Well, this must be Mr. Grimm. He's a Reaper. Oh, this is a scary mask. Why, it's Mr. Sloppy Lasagna Eater. I'll bet this is a real popular mask. Wow, the limited edition Daryl Hannah wig and mannequin set.
Them jokes. Wait. Is that all? Oh, there's another one.
Whoa! For a second there, I thought someone had decapitated Inspector Burns and left his head on the floor. What a great mask.
Not sure I want to use any of those.
Apparently, Rusty was very fond of empty cardboard boxes. It's a Rusty Clown life-size doll. Wow. It's a dead ringer for... Oh, no pun intended. I can't get over how lifelike this doll is. If it didn't have a hook on the back and a battery compartment, I'd swear it was Rusty himself.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, battery compartment.
Cool. Plastic dart crossbow. It'll make a nice addition to my non-violent weapon collection.
Yeah, now he just needs a dart. And there's like a little like, what is that, LCD TV. You would think they'd have like TV panels in the future, or they would have thought about that. But yeah.
Looks like some kind of in-house television.
Hi kids, it's me, Inspector Burns. And as we all know, fire can be our friend, but fire can be our foe. So many times, fire starts so carelessly. And what can fires do? Fires burn you. Never, never light matches. No, no, no. Fire is dangerous. Fire made me look like this. Do you want to look like me? No, no, no. Don't look like Inspector Burns. Don't play with matches.
Inspector Burns. I always thought he was a freak, but the kids love him. So does Ardo.
We haven't talked to Ardo yet.
Yeah. Although that sounded like
Well,
the
I have no idea what I'd ever
guy
do with
that
the
was
stacking
working
ring,
in
but-
Tesla Effect that was working the
Oh, you're talking
Inspector
about
Burns.
Oh, yeah, the Inspector Burns barbecue. No,
Yeah.
that's not Mojo.
It sounded a little bit like him, though.
I had a set of stacking rings just like this one when I was a little PI. Even has a small hole in it, just like the rings I had. Man, fill one of these with water and you can chuck it a mile.
So yeah, that's not really inspiring. Like, what's kind of fun about...
These weapons are all made of plastic. All bark and
Oh.
no bite. They're completely useless.
Yeah, but still, you got all these fucked up masks and a fucking creepy clown, and then you're like, oh yeah, let me get these crazy weapons. Oh man, this is some scary stuff. So there is a key somewhere over here. Oh, it's right there.
Maybe this key fits in that employees only door.
There we go. It's a
There's an R cut in it and everything. Fancy.
Very fancy key. And there it is. Toxic acid.
Why in the world would Rusty keep a barrel of toxic acid? Oh, lordy. Well, this is where Rusty ended up. What a way to go. I'm willing to bet he didn't crawl in here on his own. Someone murdered him.
He's extremely nonchalant about finding bodies in places.
I know. He's like, well, he's not getting up anymore. And you're just like, well...
A balloon strategically located near the water faucet. Looks like Rusty didn't go down without a fight. The sink must... A plastic suction dart can be formidable ammo in the hands of an expert like myself.
That was it. I think that's literally all we do in this room. Yeah. That's it, Nick. We got everything we came here for, I think. Yeah. Yeah, nobody
Yeah,
wants...
that's not disturbing at all.
Yeah, that nobody wants that.
I'm sure I never heard that in a Scooby-Doo episode.
Not at all. Let's see, what else do I need to do here? Did that already. Oh, I guess that's it. That's it. That's all we have to do. Now we just go back up to his office and apparently we type in all the information that we were supposed to be writing down. But because we're big fat cheaters...
Can't believe you. Can't believe you at all.
I know. I'm just so worthless. I'm also doing it because I want to see. I want to see the game. I don't want to sit here like, do I click on this? How about that thing? Ooh, what's this? And we're sitting here for like hours trying to. No, if I was alone by myself, sure. But with you sitting here, and you make me nervous, Nick. You do. You're sitting right next to me, and I'm afraid.
Judging you?
Just judging me. So he was Caucasian. He was male. He was 6 to 6'4", tall guy. 281 to 320 pounds.
Not a mutant.
Yeah, he was not a mutant. No. Next.
Red.
Yeah, he was a red hair. He had 2 eyes. Well, I'm going to assume he had 2 eyes. What was his eye color? Green eyes. That was AB negative, right?
Uh-huh.
So 14. And it was a anchor. 1 person. That was very specific. There it is. Mick Flem. He's wanted for burglary, mail fraud, attempted extortion, petty theft, burglary.
Maybe we can get some tips about our credit fraud.
Yeah. Arson, attempted fraud, grand theft, speeder, importing illegal novelty items. Wow. The whereabouts of Mick Flem are unknown at this time. The SFPD are interested in questioning him about the recent disappearance of the suspected murder of Rusty the Clown. It is likely that Flem and Rusty were working together when Flem was arrested for illegally importing Asian novelty items. Flem may have murdered Rusty to get his revenge for letting him take the fall. This theory has been supported by street informant Beek Nariz, who claims to have seen Flem within the past few weeks. Nariz reports seeing Flem in an extremely intoxicated state, apparently hallucinating, saying that Rusty Clown's ghost was out to get him. So that's Mick Flem.
He's a guy.
He is very intimidating looking. He doesn't have a neck. Like to the front, like profile, it's like, oh yeah, of course he does. But then in the profile, you're like, where'd the neck go, man? What happened? It's a big dude. A very 90s looking guy. Rocking the mullet. Going outside. I just fell down those stairs. Okay, now that we know who he is. Okay, so now we just gotta locate Beek Nariz, and apparently Chelsea might know where he's at.
Hi, Tex. How's the investigation going? Is there anything I can do to help?
Yeah, you can tell us how you're selling magazines in a internet future.
Well, there was a nuclear war. Maybe the internet just got nuked as well.
That's true. And you know what? If that's what happens in a nuclear war, I'd say I welcome the fallout. Because I don't think nuking the internet is actually that bad of a thing. Of course, you wouldn't be able to stream or anything anymore, but yeah.
Yeah, but Steam.
You're right. I have like 400 plus games all gone. I'd have to go back to my bin with my actual physical copies of shit. All right.
Oh yeah, I know Beek. If you want to talk to him, you might try hanging out around Coit Tower.
Coit Tower again?
Yeah, it's in every game.
I mean, I guess it is kind of like next door, but
isn't it? I think it's an actual landmark too.
I believe so.
The landmark, the Coit Tower, rises high above the skyline. I walk up the steps to Coit Tower and spot a small figure lurking in the shadows. In the half-light, I can see only the person's profile, but it's definitely Beek. As I walk towards him, he glances around, then approaches me warily, like a vegetarian sizing up a pot pie.
What are you staring at?
Oh, you know what? I missed a person we were supposed to talk to completely.
Uh-oh. Does this completely throw off the metagame?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so. Actually, it doesn't even say I have to. Oh, yeah. No, we totally missed it. We totally missed talking to one person completely. I just, like, using the fucking internet. I messed it up, man.
You must be Beek Nariz.
Huh? Yeah, that's me. But I ain't smelled you before. Who are you?
My name's Tex Murphy. I'm a PI, and I'm trying to solve a burglary.
I don't like PIs. You're always nosing into everyone's business.
Maybe I've got something here in my coat you could really use.
So is he actually mutated into a
peanuts,
elephant-faced thing, or is that like a mask?
No, I think that's his real face.
I went to the circus last week and put some peanuts in my pocket, but they're all gone now, Beak.
Well, if you ain't got salty peanuts, what have you got to trade for info?
Surgery?
Yeah.
For his face?
Okay, I can use this. My nose has started sagging lately. Makes it hard to breathe. Now, what kind of info you looking for,
We're only interested in one thing here. Oh, I got everything.
I haven't got any info on that. Chelsea! Smart girl and a real looker to boot. She's got a cute little nose. I can't help you there. She runs that pizza place with her husband, Sal. I don't know much about her. A true Italian nose, though.
That was a lot about
He lets
noses.
his wife
I feel
run the
like he's a
pizza
little
joint.
obsessed.
I don't know what he does, though I've heard some things about who he does.
Wow.
You can tell he drinks a lot by that snaz of his. I haven't got any info on that. I know a little about him. Runs a pretty successful PI business. I think he's dead, and I'll bet Mick Flam had something to do with it. Word was the two of them were smuggling illegal novelty items from Hong Kong, and Rusty crossed Flam. Ever since Rusty disappeared,
What's that?
Flam has had a terrible fear of clowns. Bozophobia. I once saw Flem pretty drunk, and he said he had nightmares of Rusty's ghost coming back to haunt him from the grave. He was completely terrified. The bracelet is the bait Mick Flem uses for the pawn shop robberies. Rook's pawn shop was robbed by a two-bit crook named Mick Flem. He and his girlfriend have knocked off half a dozen pawn shops over the past month. The girl goes to a pawn shop and hawks a bracelet for a decent amount of cash. Then Flam breaks into the pawn shop and steals the bracelet, along with anything else he finds. Big trouble. It's causing mutant blood to boil, and I don't want to be around when the bullets start flying. Anyone with a hunker like that can't be all bad. Malden's no rocket scientist, but I hear that he's not on the take. I've helped him out a couple of times, so he leaves me alone. Mick Flam's rap sheet would take a day to read. He's a fat scum, and he's an idiot to boot. That's why he's always getting caught. He's been busted for burglary, mail fraud, arson, you name it. Everyone knows he operates out of the Snow White warehouse, but don't tell him. Oh, I'm nobody. I just try to keep my nose clean and my ear to the ground. Oh, wait a minute. Or was that vice versa?
All right. Beak. Let's go talk to a guy we totally missed. He's just sitting in the trash.
Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Yeah, what do you want?
Looks like you're busy drowning your troubles, my good man.
Well, Mr. High and Mighty, what are you, a preacher or something?
No, I'm just a man like you, who's been down on his luck.
Look at me, I'm crying. Now what is it you want?
I just want to ask a few questions. First, did you see anything strange last night?
The strangest thing I've seen recently is you trying to get information from me for free, you schmuck.
Well, talk to you again.
Oh no, not you again. Look, I'll warn you right now, I'm almost out of chocolate syrup and I'm not in a good mood.
You know, I just might have something that will improve your ugly mood.
Is that so? Well, what?
I don't. Bye. This guy just really loves his chocolate.
What can I get you?
You want to try a slice of my chocolate pie? I can get you a piece to go if you like.
Oh, there it is.
That was easy enough.
Remember him, this chocolate guy?
Yeah, although he wasn't high on chocolate whenever we saw him in Tesla Effect. He was manager of the Ritz.
Yeah.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Oh, I gotta talk to him.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get it fixed soon, I'll go insane! Do re mi fa sol la ti do.
I don't make a practice of helping out addicts, but I think I've got something that will ease the pain.
Don't hold out on me, man. If you've got something, let's have it.
Chocolate pie.
Praise heaven! You've brought the ambrosia of life. Ask me anything you want. Brooke, he leaves me alone. Can't ask for more than that. I think Chelsea used to fancy me, till she found out my only true love was chocolate. Damn near broke her heart.
What?
I got nothing.
Nice guy. Good cook. Every National Feed a Bum Day, he brings me one of his award-winning chocolate pies. Ugh. I don't have much to do with her. They don't serve anything with chocolate in it at the pizza joint. The only time I ever see Sal is when he gets drunk and comes by to pick a fight. Then I kick his butt and send him on his way. Oh, don't know a thing about it.
You skipped Ardo?
Sorry,
Okay.
can't help you with that. That big goon, he used to hassle me until I shared a quart of chocolate syrup with him. Now he lets me alone. Wish I could help. I saw someone prowling around the back of the pawn shop last night. It was so dark, I didn't get a good look at him, but I could tell he was huge. Probably 6'3" or 6'4", about 300 pounds.
Big guy.
I stay out of politics, especially bad politics. Oh, don't know a thing.
Don't know a thing about it.
Sorry. Wish I could help.
Now, now we got the chocolate guy out of the way. Let's go to our favorite locale, the Snow White warehouse. We're gonna save it. We haven't actually saved it once. There.
If Flem is working out of this warehouse, it looks like he got careless. The door's unlocked.
Oh. Well, never mind.
If this is Mick Flem's hangout, he'll probably be back soon. I better try and set some sort of trap for him.
Good idea. Let's take a look around.
I can't remember.
Crate
Was
smells like
Mick
laundry
Flem
soap.
afraid of anything at the
Seems to
moment?
be partially
Huh?
I can't remember. Was Nick Flem afraid of anything at the moment?
Clowns.
Well, this is actually a
Found a clown doll.
Looks like it requires a special combination key.
Yes, we did. We certainly did find one.
This must be the power box for the warehouse, and it's locked.
Okay. Let's go up stairs. Carefully. Oh, that must be the key.
This key must fit a lock around here somewhere.
Well, let me take it. Looks like your normal everyday master lock key. Lock key? Lock key. Yeah, there. That's the word. Yep, there it is.
The sound is coming from up on the landing. Looks like the on-off switch controls a pulley hook. It's running back and forth along a track.
Oh wow, that's gone really fast. All right. Luckily, that Rusty the Clown thing we picked up actually has a hook on it and everything. Let's put some batteries in it. Yar. Hey, Biddy just threw Penny in my face. Now he's our top contributor. Look at that, John. You've given us hope.
And rebellions are built. Oh wait, wrong movie.
Oh, and what did you think of? Oh, whoa. Hold on, let's do that again. Look at that. That's horrifying.
Why is it flailing like it's possessed?
The heavy footsteps I hear must be Flem. Luckily, my rusty trap's all set. I'll need to find a hiding place as close as possible to the pulley control box. When Flem least expects it, I'll throw the pulley lever and bring Rusty back from the dead.
Oh no. Dude, that would, if I saw that, I would
I'm not even necessarily afraid of clowns. I don't think, no. Just no.
I would never want to be anywhere near that. Let's hide. I can't like turn around without like moving forward. We'll just wait. Oh, here he comes. Was he walking like he's got her like, I got this little poop. I don't want to drop it. Oh, now he's walking normally. Okay.
Ooh, it's me, Rusty Kids, and I'm here. Mommy's come back.
Yeah, that's a completely valid reaction.
That look of like, yeah.
Damn, I'm good. This has to be Rook's bracelet.
What the fuck?
Mick ran off without his keys. I'll bet at least one of these will come in handy.
Fuck yeah, dude. Kevin remembers playing this, I think, with me and him. That was a long time ago.
A locked box within a locked box. It must contain something worth having. The strong box is too sturdy to break open. I'll need the key.
Oh, we just try out.
Nothing is too sturdy not to be broken into.
Yeah.
It's just, can you do it within reason and without destroying whatever's inside?
Exactly.
What do we have here? Unless I miss my guess, this is jade. It's good quality, too.
All right. We got some jade. See that yellow emblem next to my name? It means I'm the best. That's right. John is the best. Wait. I think that's it. We just returned the bracelet to Rook, and he's just like, "Oh, Murphy. Thank you." I don't know how he would... I don't know what he's going to say.
I'm telling you, it's impossible.
Did we change the channel?
It can't be done.
I don't know.
I've tried everything.
The prophecy is very clear. We can't go on until this step is completed. Surely your unique skills give you opportunity.
My ability has gotten us nowhere. Capricorn got there before me. They're always one step ahead of me. It's like they can read my mind.
We can't let them stop us. Maybe we can use your skills on someone else. I've made inquiries. And if he hasn't gotten himself killed, maybe he's just what we need.
You gotta do the hand.
Murphy.
I thought we were probably in rock, paper, scissors.
Murphy.
Oh no. The evil bat.
I feel better today than I've felt in a long time. Boy, did I stun Rook when I walked in and handed him that bracelet. Okay, so getting the bracelet back doesn't make me Detective of the Year, but it does stimulate the confidence glands. Maybe I can succeed at this business and turn my career around. But if I'm gonna do that, I better do something about my fax machine. Who knows how many new opportunities I've missed to show the world my greatness.
Wow. Is that Tatanka? I don't know.
Oh, hey, our electronics store should be open. And maybe we'll have gotten our credit card back.
Oh, I think
so we can commit fraud.
Oh boy, mail.
Yep, that's it.
Ah, my own personal credit card. I'll need this to get into the electronics shop next door.
That's how good the electronics shop is. You actually need to swipe your credit card to open the door. No credit, you're not coming in.
Well, that's not gonna work.
No.
This electronics shop outlet has just moved into the neighborhood. I've heard that the manager's name is Ham Underwood. Everyone knows they sell overpriced junk, but it is conveniently located.
And there was a ham in the day title. I'm not suspicious at all.
Yeah. That was... Yeah.
Hi there, how can I help you?
Sorry, it just looks so funny.
Oh, I just dropped by to check out your store here.
Well, feel free to browse. Though, since you're a Blue Card member, you'll have to choose from the Blue Light special items. Well, what are you looking for?
Essential office machinery.
Do you have fax machines?
Sure do. In fact, there's one older model in the Blue Light special box.
I tried not to stare, but it threw me off when I saw how cross-eyed Ham Underwood is. I'll have to keep in mind that anything he says is on the left is probably on the right.
Wow. That's a random dig at him. What the fuck? That was a little rude. Alright, time for some credit card action. Yep, they filmed that one scene just so that way they could show him swiping the credit card. They didn't do it for the front door, but for that box, they filmed him doing it. Now we have a fax machine. So we can hear, you have a fax. You have a fax. Okay.
You have a fax.
As soon as I hook up the new fax machine, a fax prints out. Oh, finally. Maybe this is a real case. The kind you get paid for.
You didn't get paid for finding a bracelet?
No, Rook said he didn't have any money. He did get ripped off. Dear Mr. Murphy, you've been recommended to me as someone capable of handling delicate matters with both complete competence and discretion. I am prepared to pay you handsomely in exchange for your services. I would prefer to give you details in person. I do not wish to seem impertinent, but time is of the essence. Please meet me at my residence as soon as possible. The address is 1329 Fillmore, Pacific Heights. Yours truly, Countess M. Rainier. Mount Rainier.
I think Rainier is spelled differently, but yes, we'll go with that.
We never looked at the Victrola.
My phonograph's an old family heirloom. I love to play the classics. Kool and the Gang, Peaches and Herb.
No, we're not listening to, like... He's like, ah yes, elevator music, my favorite.
You know, for all the talk of elevator music being a specific genre, I don't know that I've ever actually been in a
elevator with music. I know. I've actually been on one in the Hilton once. Not the one downtown. I think it was the one in Florida.
Mm.
And it had music, but it was playing like at the time it was like whatever the pop music was. But I made a point to notice it, like, hey, music. All right, I guess we're gonna go talk to Chelsea. Oh no, we gotta go. We actually have to go to the thing. We'll go there now. To the Countess's mansion. Should never trust a lady like this. Oh my God, what is he doing? Oh God.
Tell her accelerate to attack speed. Beginning my attack and run now.
The Countess Renier. That name smacks of money. Hopefully she doesn't want to hire me to find her lost poodle. As I land my speeder, I see my dream house, only bigger. The butler is a tall, thin man, about 70. He tells me the Countess is expecting me and shows me into a large, lavishly furnished drawing room.
And the Countess Renier. Please, have a seat.
Renier.
Thank you.
Obviously
French.
You know,
I pictured you being, well, older and heavier.
No one is born old, Mr. Murphy. Now, shall we discuss our business while we're still young?
Oh, by all means. Pardon my interruption.
Your services have been recommended to me by a trusted friend who prefers to remain anonymous. Suffice it to say that your unique abilities are what I need right now.
Which of my unique abilities are you referring to?
I'm sure you have many unique abilities. The one I would hire you for is your talent of locating people and things. I've been told this talent has made you some friends and many enemies.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Countess, but wasn't it Roy Rogers who once said, "You can't please all the people all the time"?
Save your homespun humor for a more gullible woman. What I'm asking you to do may make you very unpopular with some people.
Exactly how unpopular are we talking here?
Let me give you some background information, then you can decide for yourself. Some time ago, a family heirloom was stolen from this bungalow. I do keep most of my valuables on my estate in Europe, but on this visit, I brought the piece to show a friend.
I guess it's all relative.
Within hours of my arrival, I found it stolen, and I have made extensive inquiries trying to retrieve it, but I found out nothing.
Well, I'm sure you have more resources, talking about cash, than I do.
I know, I'm inside.
You should be able to buy all the information you need. What makes you think that I can help you?
Oh, I don't. I remembered what my friend had told me about you after I had exhausted every other option.
I know.
You know, referring to me as your last option could automatically double my fee.
I already planned on paying you much more than your usual fee. I'm a wealthy young woman, Mr. Murphy. To give you an idea, the stolen artifact alone is worth more money than you could earn in 10 lifetimes.
Oh, we'll see about that when I win the clearinghouse sweepstakes.
How quaint. Let's not waste any more time. I need some work done, and I'll pay you well for it.
Well, in my experience, getting paid well is a relative term.
Your obsession with money is appalling.
Oh, I have any number of appalling traits, but I am a good PI.
Well, if you prove to be as good as you think you are, I'll pay you a $30,000 finder's fee.
Well, let me think about it. Okay, I'll do it. In fact, I'll even mow your lawn at no charge.
Try to control yourself, Mr. Murphy. I'll expect you to focus all of your energies on this job, and the methods you use to retrieve the artifact are of no interest to me. But as more time elapses, the less likely it is that the item will be found, and for that reason, I must require you to find it and to return it to me within 1 week. And after that, there will be no finder's fee available to you.
Do you pay time and a half after 40 hours? That's a joke.
I have stated my conditions. As to the artifact itself, it is a beautiful statuette made of crystal and shaped in the form of a bird. It has been in my family for countless generations, and as I said, it is extremely valuable. There are many collectors who would stop at nothing to own it. Whoever stole the statuette would undoubtedly have gone to the black market and offered it to the highest bidder.
I think I saw that statuette you're talking about. Someone was selling it on the Home Shopping Network. Boy, I had no idea it was so expensive.
You make jokes, but you cannot possibly know how rare and valuable the statuette is.
I wonder why he
now
doesn't find any
Now that you have all the
work.
necessary information, we'll end this charming visit. Don't bother contacting me until you have the statuette in your possession. And if you are successful in your search, it could change my opinion of you considerably. My valet will give you a retainer of $1,000 on your way out. Goodbye, Mr. Murphy.
I didn't tell the Countess, but I would have done damn near anything for $30,000. Now
What?
I've got
You
to find
did?
a link to the black market.
I'll mow your lawn.
How hard can it be?
Ah, Murphy. That's a little sad, honestly. But he is down and out, so I understand. Tex is a dickhead. Let's see.
Hey, I heard you took care of Rook. Pretty impressive.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Let me show you my investigative abilities. Then you'll be really impressed.
Oh, I'm sure I would, but I just don't date my customers, especially ones with no money.
Ooh, that's a tough burn.
Hey, I don't like being broke. Why don't you lay off the insults and help me find some work?
Sorry, Dex. Look, I'm just kidding ya. You know I'll tell you if I hear of anything.
I'd appreciate it.
So, is there something you can
That was a
ask me
sick
about?
burn. Chelsea's got it all.
He's only been here a few weeks, and I don't know much about him. Wish I could help you there, Tex.
Sorry, I don't know.
Apparently, it's a real hot item. The top commodities dealer in the city is named Franco Franco. He probably either has the statuette or knows who has it.
That's very... What? How do you know that?
I don't know how you're gonna find him, but if you do, be careful.
She knows a little bit more about this stuff than she's letting on. Well, she is the underworld, I guess. So we're gonna go back to the police station, have a chat with good old Mac Molden.
Hey, Murphy, guess what? We got the guy who robbed those pawn shops. Turned himself in. Can you believe it? Kept babbling some about a clown coming back from the dead to haunt him.
Madness. Madness, I tell you. Nobody comes back from the dead to haunt anybody.
Well, I'm sure you would have caught him anyway. Knowing that you were on his trail probably drove him over the edge.
That butt kissing of yours must be a hard habit to break, eh, Murphy? You must want something. What?
Let me ask you some questions. How about that?
Sorry, Murphy. Can't help you with that. He's a big-time crook. Deals with stolen and illegally imported merchandise, especially jade.
Ooh, I smell a bribe.
Jeez, Tex, you think I know about everything?
Yes, of course.
Well,
what else are you otherwise, you're just useless as an NPC. Let's be honest.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's go to Rooks. And go directly there.
What else can I help you with, Murphy? I don't know anything about that.
All right.
I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about that. Big-time crook. Deals with a lot of smuggled artifacts and the like. He's pretty well connected with the mob and black market here in San Francisco. You know, I subscribe to a trade paper called Jewelry Weekly. In the last issue, it seems to me I saw an advertisement by someone named Franco, who was looking to buy jade. There wasn't anything of interest in the trade paper, so I threw it out. It's probably still in the trash can out back.
All right. He's just hanging out in the fucking trash. Recycled papers only.
This must be the trade paper Rook mentioned.
Take a look at it. Wanted. Private collector interested in acquiring pieces of jade. Will pay top dollar for trade. Contact Franco Franco at the Alhambra Theater, 808 Paloma Drive. Well, we have an address. Let's see how he's doing.
Ask away.
No.
Oh, don't know a thing about it.
Don't know a thing about it.
Sorry. Wish I... Oh.
Doesn't know, nobody knows anything, huh? Well, you're useless.
Useless. They're all useless. What good is an NPC if they don't know anything?
That's what I was saying.
Being a movie buff, I've heard of the Alhambra Theater, though I heard it was closed down years ago. Sure enough, it's boarded up, but one of the back doors is unlocked. As soon as I step inside, 2 lugs the size of refrigerators grab me. I tell them that I have something for Mr. Franco, and one of them walks off. He comes back a minute later and escorts me into the main theater. A Buster Keaton flick is playing. The place is empty except for a man sitting by himself near the front of the theater.
That's not scary.
Why would you sit near the front of the theater?
Mr. Murphy.
Hey, how do you know my name?
I have my ways. I've been told you're a private eye. As I'm sure you know, I'm strictly a legitimate businessman.
Let's get down to business with a bad pun.
Yeah, you may be legit,
No,
but I
this would have been
understand you're
pre-Mulan.
pretty
Never mind.
jaded.
Wow.
Oh yes, that I am. Speaking of which, did you bring the item?
Sure did.
Ah, a lovely specimen. It will make a fine addition to my collection. Now, I will answer one question to the best of my knowledge.
The mysterious artifact.
There's a statuette in the shape of a bird that recently came onto the market. You know who has it?
I know the statuette you're referring to. There were several bidders for it, but I believe it ended up in the hands of Eddie Ching. I can say no more about it. There. Now I fulfilled my part of the bargain. Don't contact me again. Unless, of course, you find another fine piece of jade. You know the way out.
All right, he likes jade. That's his character. To the end.
I mean, everybody's got to have a passion.
Yeah. You like trains. I like computers. He likes jade. Like, really likes jade. So, going back here to my what do I do guide so I don't wander around for 2 hours fucking playing this game. We want to make some progress, you know?
You have a fax.
Hey!
You have a fax.
Oh, it didn't keep going.
You have a fax. You have a fax. Dear Mr. Murphy, considering our recent discussion, I have some information you might find helpful. While it won't profit me to tell you this, I would not be entirely unhappy to see Eddie Ching come out on the short end for once. Like most everyone else in the city, I know very little about Ching, but I've been told that he lives in a luxurious high-security apartment building in the Knickerbocker. A number of powerful underworld figures live there. I don't know which apartment Eddie Ching lives in, but if you have connections with the police, they may be able to help you. Franco. Oh, what a stand-up guy.
Why send a fax? Like,
he
was just there.
Yeah, he put his name on it. That's like we have evidence. that's quite incriminating. Oh, anybody could have used that.
We don't have any evidence that he's up to any good. No good.
No.
It's just that he doesn't want this particular guy to or wants to see this guy take a knock or two, which, you know, isn't suspicious in and of itself.
Hey, Murphy. What can I help you with? Ching's a dangerous customer. He's responsible for half the crime in the city. Pretty sure he owns the police commissioner. We've been told to lay off him.
Ooh, that's kind of scary.
That place is home to more major crime figures than any other place on the planet. Eddie Ching lives there on the entire top floor.
Yeah. Well, at least now we know which apartment to break into.
Looks like no one's home. This is gonna be easier than falling off a horse. This window doesn't want to open up. Maybe if I...
Whoa!
When I stop bouncing off the awning 2 floors below Ching's place, I realize it'll take more than sheer strength to get into the apartment. Luckily, I noticed something that might help as I bounced by. A sticker on Ching's window said, "Security system installed by Underwood Incorporated."
Do we know any Underwoods?
Was that Ham?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ham Underwood. That was the electronics shop. All right. So we have to, let's see. We need to convince him to tell us about the security system. Okay. Let's see how that'll go.
Back again, huh? What can I do for you?
Fraternize.
I understand that you and I are in the same line of moonlighting work.
Really? You do security systems too?
Oh,
Well, sometimes. Here, let me see if I can find one of my business cards.
Don't worry about it. I always misplace my business cards too. What types of security systems have you worked with?
The casino on Mars?
Let's see. The last job I had was the laser security system at Big Dick's Casino on Mars.
I've heard that's a neat system. But it's nothing compared to the one I just put in.
I'll have you know that I've beaten every security system ever made.
Well, after I installed this system, I tried to beat it, but I couldn't. First, the only possible way to enter the building would be to land on the roof and rappel down. Then, you'd have to cut through the LCD alarm glass. Well, that's not too hard. In fact, I sell a laser blade here that would do it. But once you're inside, every room is flooded with a net of heat and motion sensing beams that could turn an elephant into a brick of carbon. Believe me, it's burglar proof. Listen, this system is top secret, so let's just keep this between us.
No problem.
And yep, that's the laser cutter. He just like sells it. Yeah, the thing that'll let you inside the apartment. I sell that over there. Yep. Use it. And swipe. We animated it. There we go.
Well, this is just a glorified glass cutter.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm sure you could do more with a laser cutter than glass, right?
I mean, cut rate surgery.
True. Okay. Oh, wow. Let's go there. And then we can end the stream. Unless you want to keep going.
Yeah. We can go here and that should be good enough for a night.
Okay.
Armed with a chintzy electronic shop laser blade, I land my speeder on the roof of the Knickerbocker. Hoping for the best, I rappel down the side and pull out the laser blade. The laser beam cuts through the LCD glass like it was butter. I gingerly crawl through the hole in the window and find myself inside Eddie Ching's library.
All right.
Either I'm exaggerated or the laser fields aren't turned on. This must be my lucky day.
What is LCD glass anyways?
Liquid crystal display glass.
Yeah, but it's a window, so, like, what is it doing?
I don't know. I think that was like a fancy term in the 90s. And like, ooh, that sounds futuristic. Like, compact disc and liquid crystal display and a laser emitting diode. Doesn't that all sound futuristic? So we can stop here, and then when we come back, you will play. Because I already have played this game. And so you can put a comment on there, so you're like, oh yeah, I was here.
It's like, don't take 2 steps forward immediately after logging into the game. You're going to die.
No, you're fine in this round. All right. Let's back out here. Over to the couch cam. Couch cam powers. Wait a minute. Hold on, I got to do something fancy for this one. Let's do... Let's do the... Oh, yeah. A classic. There it is. We're back. Really enjoy the Tex Murphy series. Yeah, so it should be a lot of fun to play through this one. I will, for the next stream, Nick, I'm going to actually be your helping hand to get you out of trouble.
Okay.
I wanted to kind of kickstart the game, because the beginning is probably the most sluggish part of this game. And now that we're actually in the meat of the game, I'm going to throw you in there, let you deal with it, and if you're like, I don't know what to do, this sucks, I'll have the guide right here and be like, do this, or say that, or whatever.
Okay.
Because there's a lot in this game that's going to make you upset with everything. If you thought SWAT was going to annoy you, oh boy, the controls in this game. You saw me moving around and playing it pretty well. It's because I had to really figure this shit out, and it is not... Is not an enjoyable situation. Like, you're thinking, how do I move forward?
Next stream, Motion Sickness, the game.
Yeah. You're thinking, like, how do I move forward? With the mouse, you move everything. Like, even your whole movement is the mouse. That's why I was moving so quickly. Yeah, all right. So, tomorrow we'll be doing our D&D stream. And should be interesting. We'll fill you in tomorrow when you come in. Me and Mass Mage got up to some
shenanigans.
Yeah, he's feeling better. He had a bit of a violent spell, but it's better now.
I feel like maybe I should go listen to the last stream now.
We did, yeah. It also, you know what's funny is it actually started to do that audio thing again, but I ended up fixing it, so now it's fine. And I also have something else over there I'm going to install. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, Adventure Thursday. Yeah. We'll be back again next week to do part 2 of Tex Murphy and see if we can get through most of this game, so we can continue on and play some other cool adventure games. And yes, Biddy is number 1. He has the number 1 medal next to his name. Hold on, let me see this. Yeah, Captain Cleveland left because he's not a real friend, you know?
He's just so intimidated by Biddy, like just getting in there.
In awe of Biddy's 1 penny donation that he made. Actually, this is Michael's account. Can I cheer? Oh, I was gonna use Michael's account to just cheer. Well, that's not gonna work. Oh well. Anyway, like cheer ourselves. Hey, we win! Oh boy. Anyway, thanks for joining me, Nick. Thanks everybody else for joining me on this Thursday evening. I'm gonna get off of here, and I will see you guys again on the next Courtesy Flush. You guys take care and have a good night. You not gonna say goodbye, Nick?
Oh, bye.
Bye? That's it? You don't have like a farewell message? This is serious.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, adieu.
That works. You guys take care. Good night.